natureza mole. L'égalité pour mon peuple, s'il vous plaît. 1000 familles, 1000 pour select. Ma révolution est black, noir, check. Em matière, meilleur qu'hier. Ma terra me manca, c'est ma placa. E o velho sonho, viver em paz. Com o necessário, sem ter demais. Verde, mais, verde, mais, verde, mais. Família.
Ange Kaira, même thème, cri du cœur, genre ça ira. Même refrain qui vient de ces zones amochées. Noisy LESC, zone à noche, des vies décalées, des années. Que c'est l'alerte rouge comme condamné, d'étaler, s'en aller ou chialer, jamais. Plutôt qu'à l'aide, on entend crier. Pas année, ghetto couleur café, non c'est pas gagné. Si tu voulais taper, trop de barons, trop de casaniers.
We are in Sacramento, California, home for the Kings in an interconference basketball game here.
Ready?
Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our head. Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Take a look at New York. They've been playing very well lately. It's been 4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
Yeah, big win last night. The question is how much energy has been taken out of them because of that effort. Not a lot of time in between that game and this one.
I don't think it's going to be an issue, Greg. I mean, they'll have plenty left in the tank. They're accustomed to playing back-to-back. That's part of the business in the NBA.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Anthony out there with Porzingis. Then there's Aflalo. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Calderon in the 1 spot. The Knicks shooting their first foul shots of the night here. That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. For the Sacramento Kings, their last game a loss to Golden State.
Yeah, their defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just perimeter shooters. Not nearly quick enough, and then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
Something was clearly amiss for them, Greg. I mean, to let an opponent shoot that high a percentage, you got to take a real long look in the mirror after a game like that.
Here's AC. That's short off the rim.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot. Well, I tell you what, it's easy to get spoiled watching this fella. I mean, he just makes it look so simple.
Now here's McLemore outside. Good, and it's Cousins picking up the assist. McLemore's got himself on the board with 3 there. Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
The drive by Rondo. And AC kicks to McLemore. Inside. Game. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Here's Porzingis. He's guarded by Cousins. There's the pick. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Some changes for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Quincy Ace. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Anthony. He is a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Lopez a screen. It's Anthony with the drive. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Anthony's got 5 now.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
The pass to Cousins. Gay dishes to Kufis. Shot clock at 5. And Cousins throws it down.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys. How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
The drive by Collison. Releases. No luck. Excellent D there from Aflalo. The Knicks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Calderon with it. Now defended by McLemore. All sorts of time. And it's Calderon that time on the assist by Aflalo.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
James Anderson, he's checked in for Sacramento. Bellinelli comes in for Ben McLemore. And a new group in for the Knicks. Lewis Amundsen, he's checked in for Lopez. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis. Langston Galloway's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Grant in for Jose Calderon. And that one's good, Anthony.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
The drive by Collison. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. The Knicks have gotten 6 of 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. The dish to Amundsen. Grant, right side. New York moving it around. And here's Anthony for 3. They get it back. Anthony on the wing. Goes back up. Anderson with the block. And here comes Bellinelli leading the fast break. A nice shot by Anderson.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Knicks lead by 2. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for New York.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
DeMarcus Cousins out there with Costa Koufos. Then there's James Anderson. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Bellinelli in the shooting guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. For the New York Knicks, they won their last contest against Milwaukee.
They were just locked really in a zone from a team defense standpoint, and nobody ever got stuck on an island. There was always somebody providing help, and the communication was tremendous.
And that was the key, Greg, the communication and the teamwork. You can't play good rotating defense if you're not communicating and on the same page. They were doing all of that at a high level.
Ben McLemore, he's checked in for Bellinelli. Grant kicks to Anthony. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. And he goes in for the dunk.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Here's Porzingis. Soft touch off the glass. Porzingis has got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The Knicks leading by 5. And stolen by Koufos. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. And there's McLemore on the assist by Anderson. 5 points in the game.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Lopez passes to Carmelo. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
Let's see how the Kings have performed over the last few weeks. First in points off fast breaks. Second in scoring. And they also show up in the top 5 in assists. They've got scores, and they're a pretty good passing team as well.
And the league leaders in fast break points. They're always fun to watch, maybe not so fun to defend. A lot of the times, they leave their opponents in the dust.
And they double up Rondo. And McLemore kicks to Rondo. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Timeout called by the Kings. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Afflalo outside. The shot's good on the assist by Calderon. Afflalo's got the lead up to 7 now for the Knicks.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Calderon kicks to O'Quinn. To the right side. Outside Williams. 6 on the shot clock. And Cousins comes over to help. Here's O'Quinn. The offensive rebound. Floats one. It's stolen by McLemore. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Looking to end the run. And he gets the bucket. McLemore's got 8 points.
He's one of the guys they don't mind taking the 3 in transition when he's that open. He's lethal out there.
For 3, Calderon. And again, New York with the triple.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Here's Cousins. And a miss there on the triple.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
The Kings trail by 7. Ball's knocked loose. Kicks it out to Gay. Fires from deep. Here's McLemore. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Now here's Calderon. It could go. No good on the buzzer beater. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. It's the Knicks up by 4. And we'll be back right after this.
All right, Sacramento, please
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
And his play in that first half. How about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And New York looking at who they've got. They've got Aflalo. Robin Lopez out there with Lance Thomas. Then it's Anthony. And it's Calderon in the point guard position. Anthony drives in. And that one is hammered home.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Takes a shot at the elbow. Aflalo dishes to Thomas. Over Gay. And it's Anthony again missing. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Porzingis, he's checked in for Thomas. The Kings trail by 8. Rondo kicks to Cousins. Outside for Rondo. Fires for 3. Calderon pulls it in.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Aflalo, that's good.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Rondo passes to McLemore. From deep three-point range. The shot by Rondo is no good. Passes to Porzingis. The drive by Anthony. No good.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Cousins drops in the tray. Cousins has got 5 points so far.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the three.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
McLemore with the ball. Lopez is there. Cousins, no good.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
The drive by Rondo. McLemore inside the line. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Anthony. No luck. So the Kings will take it the other way. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And some changes here for the Kings. Kufis checked in for Cousins. Bellinelli comes in for Quincy Acey. And it's James Anderson in for Ben McLemore. Darren Collison, he's checked in for Sacramento.
Sacramento ball.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. Here's Bellinelli. Lopez covering. Just 4 to shoot. And Kosta Kufis picks up the foul. That's his 1st foul.
That's his 1st personal foul.
The Knicks leading by 9. 1:16 left to play here in the 3rd. Anthony drives in. A beautiful reverse layup. Anthony's got 19 points.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Last time they met in New York.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
And, you know, as you said, Greg, when you are in foul trouble, it makes you less aggressive defensively. And when that's the case, it's hard to offer the kind of resistance that you need to. That was in the back of the mind, the foul trouble they were in.
Took him no time at all on that one. Anthony's got 12 now in this quarter.
A big part of this run here has been their ability to hit from mid-range, guys. I mean, that's unique.
And a lot of teams shy away from that mid-range, but if you can get them off of rhythm, then you can have success.
All right, Sacramento, please welcome to the court, America's
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Here's New York. They're on a 16-5 run here. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's a Flalo. Rebound by the Kings. Gay dishes to Collison. Back to Gay. And stolen by a Flalo. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Kings Dance Team.
Calderon. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Knicks lead by 15. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. We've got Rudy Gay. Bellinelli is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Koufos. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Gay hits them both. New York leading by 13. Pass to Porzingis. Lopez sets a screen for Anthony. No good from outside. And for Sacramento, they're shooting about 42% so far. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Knicks.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
For 3, they get it back. Lets a floater go. The second chance effort to the right side. There's the triple. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. And here's Anthony from the arc.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Drain for 2 points. Anthony's got 14 points here in the second half.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He's on fire, and they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hands.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, Kevin, over that break, I was able to catch the message George Karl was giving to his team. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets them going.
And the Knicks with possession here. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. It's hauled in by Gay. Gay's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And McLemore kicks to AC. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Follow against Gay. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks to Rondo. And the layup's good off the glass. Now just a 4-point New York lead. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Kings.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten down in transition. And while they still have the lead, boy, was that important to keep it from shrinking.
Greg, they might have the lead, but what they don't have is the momentum right now, so that was a big basket for them.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
The Kings making a switch here. Collison's out there.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
And, Greg, it was really their defense just as much as their offense that served as the real catalyst, and I think it allowed them to put that run together. I mean, what a defensive play, guys. That's a huge turn in momentum. When you tie up a game on a play like that, it could take you to the finish line.
And Clark, this is really what it's all about, just that fantastic defensive effort.
Porzingis passes to Lopez. And stolen by Cousins. The Kings another fast break chance right here. To take the lead, it's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Anthony with the bucket.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
And the Kings with possession. They're on a 19-6 run. Gay drives in. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. He's covered by Collison. Buries it.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
The Kings have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Here's the feed to Cousins. Here's AC. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
And, you know, under the circumstances, Greg, that's a good foul. You just can't let him have that throwdown.
He's able to hit the second one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
He gets them to within 1 possession, but that miss puts a lot of pressure on their defense.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
There's 38 seconds left in the game. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
Sacramento with the ball. 8-point game. It's Gay on the wing. Dishes to McLemore. From deep 3-point range. The shot is off. So it's New York picking up the win.